Hey, what's going on, guys? So I'm back today. I'm actually out here taking a look at my father-in-law's 2005 Yukon, and the blower is not functioning. So got a couple other issues. There'll be a couple videos on this one, but first of all, I'm going to try and show you how to diagnose a blower problem to see what we've got going on here. So I've already got my multimeter set up, and I'm going to try and give you guys enough light. My good trouble light is acting stupid on me. I don't know if the batteries are low or what the deal is, but try and give you some good light here. Now, this panel is generally up here. I already took these two screws out of the underside of the panel. There's one, oh, you got to feel around. There's one that goes there, and there's one that goes over here. Is that it? Yeah. And then you can pull this panel down enough to access your blower motor right here. Now, the key is turned on. So, got my scan tool here. So if I come down, well, the fan should be on. It's requesting the fan to be on. Now, I've got the fan turned. You can see right here. Darn it, the door just hit me right there. I've got the fan turned to full speed. Give you a little more light so you can see. The fan is turned to full speed, so it should be running at full speed. Now I've got it unplugged. I already unplugged it, and if I plug it back in, of course it should kick right up. Nothing. So this blower motor's already been replaced once. I'm going to unplug it. Now, since it should be running at full speed, we're looking at voltage here. If I plug my probes into the end of the wire, I'm showing 0.5 volt. So that would tell me that I probably have an issue in the blower motor resistor, because I should be running close to battery voltage right now at the wires. I just checked power at my plug-in for my blower motor itself. I've got 0.5 volt here. Now, that means that if this is supposed to be running full blast, there possibly is an issue inside this resistor right here, which is my blower motor resistor. So, in order to test it, I'm going to unplug it, and I want to check my power and ground coming into my resistor. So, wiggle that plug out of the bottom. Okay, and if you look at, we've got 5 pins. So pin A is my ground, pin B is my signal from my control unit to the blower motor resistor, pin C is my positive in. So A is ground in, C is positive in, D and E are my power and ground out to my blower motor. So if I put my positive probe in pin C and my negative probe in pin A, I should get battery voltage, which is 10. I've got 10.9, 11 volts, so that's close enough to battery voltage that this blower motor should be running if I'm getting a command from the head unit. So if I set this to 200, and we're going to plug in to our ground, and I'm going to plug into my signal wire from my head unit. I'm at 0.24, so I am getting some signal. Now let's change our blower setting. I'm reducing the blower speed. That is all the way down at 1, and I'm climbing. So that should be telling the blower motor resistor to put power out to the blower motor itself. So there's a good chance that if I plug this back in and I still have no power out here. Whoop. Gotta go to the proper range. I still have no power here, but that blower motor resistor has a problem. And I'm showing 0.4 volts. Well, it's showing negative because I got the pins backwards, positive and negative, but it's showing 0.4 volts. I should be close to battery voltage. So it would be wise to assume at that point that my blower motor resistor has an issue. So we're going to pull it out, and we're going to need a 5.5 millimeter to get it out. So millimeter, which I do, it's just not handy. A 7/32 will work. We're going to take the screw right there out. There's another screw right over here holding it in place. There we go. And we're going to pull our resistor out. Now, the resistor was replaced with the blower motor. The heat sink looks like it's in good shape. That is the adhesive seal. That's all that is. That's just peeling up a little bit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and unplug it. All right, so while we're in here, I also want to check my resistance through the blower motor. Okay, just double checking my meter. So through my electrodes is 0.9 ohms, 0.8 ohms. So I want to check my resistance through my positive and negative on my blower motor, just to double check and make sure that it's not internally shorted, which is a possibility. It could have internally shorted and then burned up the resistor. So we're going to double check that, and I'm at 3.5 ohms. I'm going to show you real quick. We're going to pull the blower motor out, and it's just I don't know if you saw that or not. To remove this particular blower motor, it's just a quick, set you down here, grab it, about a quarter turn, and she drops right out. Now we're going to take it in the garage, and we're going to try and test it real quick. Okay, so a quick test for my blower motor. I've got handy dandy, nicely charged M18 Milwaukee battery. Put my black in my negative, put my red in my positive. I'm sure some of you are screaming, oh, don't use your test leads for your meter for that. Well, they work. And then we're just going to take the other end, slide them in here, and get a good grip on that motor, because she's going to take off if she's good. Yep. As you can see, that motor works just fine. So I'm going to say that our blower motor resistor is our issue. The motor seems to work just fine. I'm going to go order a new resistor for it. We'll slap the resistor in, and we'll see how she does. Okay, I got you guys a little bit of light here, hopefully, so you can see this hopefully a little better. But this hole right here is where the blower motor resistor mounts. And that is the CarQuest part number for the resistor. I had a BWD in it, but and it does come with a pigtail. I'm not going to swap the pigtail out because I swapped the pigtail out on the last one, so it should still be in good shape. So that's going to slide. Make sure I get this in here the right way. Right up in there like that. Get my arms out of your way. Try and get the light over where you can actually see. It's doing you some good. And find the right hole, because they give you 15 damn holes for these screws. I think that's it. Okay, so that one started. We'll get, yep. There we go. Okay. Now that's on. That's all in there nice and well. Plug that in. Tuck all this wiring up here out of the way. Once it's tucked up out of the way, move my light. Then we can wiggle that cover back up into place. Hopefully, normally I would test the blower first, but apparently the vehicle in the truck, for some reason, which is another issue I'm gonna have to figure out, the radio stayed on. It didn't go to sleep like it's supposed to, and it drained the battery. And then I didn't realize when I put my battery charger on it that, because it was late, it was at night, it was dark, I didn't realize that I had it set on a 2-amp charge, and apparently the radio hadn't gone to sleep. So there we go. All right, under normal circumstances I try and test the blower, but I don't think that's going to work at the moment. We'll give it a shot anyway, just to see. There we go. I don't know if you can hear that, but the blower kicked on and is running. And we can control the speed, which is a bonus. Now let's see if the radio goes to sleep, because it's still on. It should have been asleep as soon as the door opened, but it's not. So there it goes. Hopefully that was it, and it didn't just kill the battery, but I opened the driver door and the radio went to sleep. So, yep, dome lights are still working, so we're good. Now we've got blower again. So, and I've also went in, I didn't get a video of this, but I also replaced this head unit because we're having issues. It wasn't kicking the AC compressor in. So during the summer you couldn't adjust the temps, and the AC compressor wasn't coming on, so we replaced this head unit, which is the brains of the HVAC system, and I think that should take care of that problem. I'll know for sure once we get it started up and we can run it a little bit. So thanks for watching, guys. That's how you replace blower motor resistor on a 2005 GMC Yukon. Like I said, make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay tuned, because we've got a few other projects on this Yukon that we're working on. So if this is something you're interested in, definitely make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get the notifications when I start these videos. And then also don't forget, got a couple crates that we're going to be unveiling here in a video before too long. So there again, hit that notification bell. That way when I open those crates up, you can see what's inside, you can see what we're going to do with it. So thanks for watching, guys. Till the next time, don't be afraid to get out there and get your hands dirty. You might have a little bit of fun doing it.